Welcome to the JWK show. Thank you for tuning in. We talk about crypto and we keep things short and concise. We have from the Ethereum CEO dropping massive mega bombs about Ripple and XRP. He says they are literally building a Jpmorgan rival. Once they get their banking license, Ripple will be incredibly well capitalized, which is why right now there is no rush in a Ripple IPO, and we have Ripple holding billions of XRP. And so it benefits greatly for Ripple if XRP goes parabolic in price. And as Brad Garlinghouse has said, Ripple CEO, we have XRP at the center of Ripple, right, at the Ripple universe, right? So Ripple is doing as much as it can to make sure that XRP succeeds. Let's take a look at this from Paul Barron.
They are building literally I said it before, a Jpmorgan rival once they get their banking license. They're going to be incredibly well capitalized. Why would they want to sell XRP? They're going to hold on to that. As it goes up in value, they could sell some clearly. Sure. I just think that Ripple is a machine. It is a highly disciplined team that is, they don't all have to agree on things, and some of them leave to go here or go there. They sure all leave and go somewhere related. So whether it's a master plan or more likely it's really creative people that work as a team, and they all have different paths that their lives take them on, but they stay in the ecosystem and they're creating a bigger ecosystem, a more robust ecosystem. I just think Ripple is at the center of the universe. And so Brad says XRP, he's being modest with Ripple.
We have Ripple's CEO telling us of XRP powering the entire world. And we also have major rumors going on of Jpmorgan being the biggest manipulator ever for crypto. And we have Jpmorgan allegedly shorting Monster Microstrategy and spreading Bitcoin FUD. And we have the exact same manipulation tactics explained from this person here.
On September 12th, Jamie Dimon says Bitcoin is a fraud. He says he'll fire any one of his traders buying Bitcoin. Bitcoin drops 24%. When Jamie Dimon speaks, people listen. So that weekend, we found out that the largest buyer of a Bitcoin fund that's in Europe that buys physical Bitcoin, right? The largest buyer was Morgan Stanley and Jpmorgan. And that's not illegal. He says it's a fraud. It says he'll fire anyone that buys it.
And now he has flipped the script again, and he is bullish on Bitcoin and cryptos. And reportedly, he is short on MSTR at a level that could damage the bank if MSTR pumps 50% above Friday's close. We also have just in 1.7 trillion asset manager Franklin Templeton says XRP plays a foundational role in global settlement infrastructure. We have Franklin Templeton launching their XRP ETF as well. They are bullish on XRP, and this is very bullish as they are a major player in the finance investing space. And we have from Reese Merrick, Senior Executive Officer, Managing Director, Middle East and Africa at Ripple. He says BlackRock's first board meeting in Abu Dhabi isn't symbolic, it's a signal. I am excited for the continued opportunities for Ripple across the region. We have Ripple operating in Abu Dhabi using XRP and Ripple services. And we do have the announcement over here as well. In the presence of His Highness Sheikh Khalid bin Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, I met with Larry Fink, Chairman and CEO of Blackrock, where we discussed the latest developments in AI and advanced technologies and the opportunities they offer to reshape global investment and economic systems. We also reviewed our ongoing partnership across several joint projects, coinciding with BlackRock's board of directors holding its first ever meeting in Abu Dhabi, a step that reflects the expanding collaboration and the growing confidence in the Emirates' position as a global hub for innovation and financial leadership. We have both BlackRock and Abu Dhabi now using XRP and the RLUSD. We do have a couple of connections. We have Ripple having significant significant and expanding connections in Abu Dhabi and the wider UAE region, focused on accelerating the use of blockchain for financial services, particularly cross-border payments. We have a partnership with FAB, First Abu Dhabi Bank, as early as 2017. We had the National Bank of Abu Dhabi, now part of FAB, the UAE's largest bank, partnering with Ripple to implement cross-border transaction services using its DLT to cut costs and speed. And we also have the DFSA licensing as well. Ripple was the first blockchain-enabled payment services provider to secure a license from the DFSA, allowing it to offer regulated crypto payments within the Dubai International Financial Center. Many connections going on. We also have Hidden Road being used in Abu Dhabi as well. Now, this is an interesting post. What if Q was a Psyop? We have from Ryan Matta. Let's take a look at this.
You guys aren't following my man Godfroy over here. He's a legend in the JQ space. He goes by @God FROY or 0Y over on X, and he says Marjorie Taylor Greene is telling you in plain English, there is no Q plan. There is no 5D chess. There is only Trump selling out America. So I want to read this tweet. This is MTG's full breakdown. And she says, if I am cast aside by MAGA Inc. and replaced by neocons, big pharma, big tech, military, industrial, war complex, foreign leaders, and an elite donor class that I can't even relate to real Americans, then many common Americans have been cast aside and replaced as well. She says there is no plan to save the world or insane 4D chess game being played, like General Flynn would say. When the common American people finally realize and understand that the political and industrial complex of both parties is ripping this country apart, and that not one elected leader like me is able to stop Washington's war machine from gradually destroying our country, and instead the reality is that the common American, the people, they possess the real power over Washington, then I'll be here and I'll be there by their side to rebuild it. God bless you, MTG. We wish you'd stay in this fight, and we wish you'd just be a thorn in Trump's side.
Right. As we said, everything we see is all pre-planned. It is just a show. But now with Trump, we are heading towards I would say, better place. But the only thing that scares me is AI and UBI, which is a way to financially control the people. So we have even more control coming in from the 1%. And take a look at this. We have from Homeland Security, we have the location based in Israel. So we do have lots of questions going on. Who is really running everything behind the scenes? And we do have the response from Grok. Grok says the HS.gov account briefly showed as based in Israel during X location feature test, likely a glitch in IP geolocation. Official headquarters is Washington, D.C. per DHS and government sources. The feature was paused due to such inaccuracies. So the question is, what's really happened? That's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.